If you're an irrigation contractor or homeowner, you may run into situations where an unusually high water bill might be an indication of a water leak somewhere on the property. There might not be signs of a leak, such as standing water or a dripping faucet, so you'll need a way to troubleshoot where the leak is. In this situation, you can use the city water meter and the process of elimination to locate the problem. There are two types of water meters. Older models have mechanical display counters, while newer models have digital display counters. Both models have low flow leak indicators. You'll know when water is flowing through the water meter when these indicators are moving. In colder climates, you may find the water meter installed in the basement, but usually they're in a meter box near the curb. Using a water meter to detect leaks in your irrigation system requires a few simple steps. First, locate the isolation valve for the house, usually located at the front of the house. Turn this valve off so that water is only flowing to the irrigation system and not the house. Next, turn off any manual valves going to the irrigation system, including the isolation valve for the irrigation system and both valves on the backflow device if one is installed. Make sure that the controller is in the off position and that all zone valves are off, including the master valve if your system has one. Once you're sure that all house and irrigation valves are closed, check the low flow indicator at the water meter. If the indicator is moving, there could be a leak either at the water meter itself or in the service line that feeds the house and the irrigation system. If the water meter is leaking, call the water purveyor and ask them to fix it. Landscape and irrigation contractors are not authorized to work on water meters. If the low flow leak indicator is not moving, open the isolation valve to the irrigation system and check the indicator again. If the indicator is moving, it could be an indication of a leak in the pipe between the irrigation isolation valve and the backflow device. If the low flow leak indicator is not moving, open the ball valve on the inlet side of the backflow device and check the meter. If the low flow leak indicator is moving, the backflow device likely has a leak and needs to be repaired. If the indicator is still not moving, open the ball valve on the outlet side of the backflow and check the meter again. If the indicator is moving, you may have a leak in the main line between the backflow and the zone valves, or master valve if you have one. If the low flow indicator is not moving, and you do have a master valve, manually open it, then check the meter to see if there's a leak between the master valve and the zone valves. It's also possible that one or more of the zone valves are weeping, which means they're not fully closing when the system is off. When this happens, water leaks out through the sprinkler heads. If this is the case, you will more than likely find wet spots near one or more of the sprinkler heads. If the low flow leak indicator is not moving, you can assume there's not a leak anywhere in the mainline piping going to the valves and that the valves are not weeping. This is good news. It means there are no leaks in the irrigation system. Finally, go ahead and open the isolation valve for the house and confirm that no water is running inside. If the low flow leak indicator starts moving, you can assume there is in fact a leak somewhere inside the house. If the indicator isn't moving, then there aren't any leaks on the property. If you still aren't sure, try this. Write down all the numbers showing on the water meter. Wait about an hour, making sure that no water is used during that time, then write down the numbers again. If the numbers have increased, there is water leaking somewhere on the property, such as a faulty toilet valve or faucet. Using the water meter's low flow leak indicator as a tool, you can use the process of elimination to determine where the leaks aren't so that you can determine where they are. For more information on how to save water and irrigate more efficiently, stop by your local Ewing branch or visit us online at ewingoutdoorsupply.com.